Hello there, people of the world. So, Gavin McInnes is one of my favorite YouTubers, in case you don't know. I love him, he's great. But he came up with this ridiculous video recently called, Finally, Proof God Exists.
So I thought I'd just take a moment to prove to you, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that God exists.
Even worse than falsely claiming to prove God, Gavin McInnes said that he wouldn't want to be immortal.
If we were all immortal, it would be boring. And Superman goes to the Grand Canyon and just goes, swims around, swims out. We have to work to get it. We don't want to be immortal. We don't want to be Superman.
That's so stupid. Why wouldn't you want to be immortal? Being immortal would be obviously the best thing ever. That's what my whole channel's about. But anyways, let's get into his video here. It's quite stupid.
I was smoking a doob the other day, and I was thinking about the guy upstairs, and I thought, if there's one example of our own ingratitude and how audacious we are as a species, as a culture, it's atheism. That's proof there's a God. You dig?
Come on, honey. Come on.
No, Gavin. You did not prove God exists. Nice try. If you had proved God exists, I think I'd be believing in God. But let me check. No. No, I don't believe in God. Still an atheist. So you need to do better. So Gavin's video, the premise of his whole argument was that the universe is infinite.
All right. The universe is infinite. It's the monkeys. I should use this hand. The universe is infinite. It's the monkeys on the typewriter. So there's an infinite number of possibilities. And my atheist father is to blame for getting this in my head, because he said, look, I mean, we know there's going to be life in outer space, because there's an infinite number of possibilities. So there's an infinite chance that there'll be life, which means there'll be life. So it's got to be out there. It's statistically inevitable. All right. That means that there's going to be living beings somewhere in outer space, right? We know that to be true. You've been with me so far. All of this is irrefutable.
The universe is infinite, and that was his whole premise. And that was his starting point, okay? And no, you cannot prove the universe is infinite. That's not a proof of aliens to say, oh, the universe is infinite, therefore aliens.
All of this is irrefutable.
So he was saying like, oh, the scientists, the scientific consensus, they all say the universe is infinite. So I'm like, no. No. Just because the scientists say the universe is infinite does not mean that it's infinite. Okay, to prove the universe is infinite, you would have to be able to travel to the end of the universe. You'd have to be able to just travel light years and light years away. We haven't done that yet. Therefore, we don't know the universe is infinite. Okay, it could be like in the Truman Show, where you just hit a wall. You know, you hit a wall and boop, oh, we were wrong. The universe isn't infinite. You get what I'm saying here? One of the most ridiculous things he said in this video is like, statistically, if the universe is infinite, that means there'd be infinite possibilities. That means that there'd be a planet with all of yous. There'd be a whole planet of you. You know, a whole planet with people of your face.
Anyway, you keep going trillions and trillions and trillions of light years away, and eventually you find basically kind of a human. Well, this is the problem with infinity. We know that means there's an Earth. We know it means there's an Earth just like this. And then you get into that whole concept of, wait a minute, if there's an Earth like this, why would it be an Earth in 2016? Why wouldn't it be 1920s Earth? Hello, welcome to this Earth. And then you go, well, there's an infinite number of possibilities. Now there's a planet of just Gavs. Now there's a planet of just yous. You watching this is a mom, a dad, a someone pushing a stroller, an immigrant grocer. They're all your fucking face. That is statistically inevitable.
No, that is ridiculous. Even if the universe was infinite, there still wouldn't be a whole planet of people with your face. There are certain restrictions. The laws of physics restrict what can happen in an infinite universe. For instance, he talked about this example where the monkeys are on the typewriter. The monkey typewriter scenario where supposedly if the monkeys are on the typewriter and there's an infinite amount of time, they would eventually type out Mozart and they would type out, Shakespeare and all this bullcrap. These people don't understand how physics and the laws of the universe work. Okay? The monkeys are programmed, their brains programmed in a certain way where I don't care how much time goes by, they're still not going to be typing out Mozart. It just won't happen. Okay? The monkeys will not do that.
You fucking monkeys. Urgh.
Just like if you have a whirlwind, if you have a tornado go through a junk heap, it's not going to recreate a 747 airliner plane. It breaks the laws of physics. It's not going to, the pieces are not going to land in the formation of a 747. Do you understand? There are restrictions here. I don't care if the universe was infinite, but anyways. In the next part of his video, he was talking about how he was trying to justify suffering.
And every time you come up with a flaw with this, you realize, no, it's actually perfect. Why do kids get cancer? If we were all immortal, it would be boring. And Superman goes to the Grand Canyon and just goes, swims around, swims out. We have to work to get it. We don't want to be immortal. We don't want to be Superman. Yes, there has to be consequences. There has to be danger. There has to be sickness. There has to be cancer.
He's like, well, why do kids get cancer? Because he's now coming from the standpoint of there's a God, right? Because he thinks he's proven God. So now he's saying, well, why do kids get cancer and stuff like that? He's like, because we need suffering. We need this suffering in the world. And we wouldn't want to be immortal. He even said that. He said, we wouldn't want to be immortal.
We don't want to be immortal. We don't want to be Superman.
Yes, I would want to be immortal. You don't speak for everyone. I would definitely want to be immortal. The fact that you don't want to be immortal shows that you have not thought enough about this, or there's just some kind of intelligence lacking. You understand? Being immortal would be freaking awesome, because if you're immortal, you get to live forever. What could be better than living forever? Living forever would be amazing.
I want to know right off the bat,
Hit me.
do you want to live forever if it was an option for you?
Yeah, of course.
Let me read for you some funny comments of his video, because I found a person who agrees with me about the immortality issue. Look what he said. What do you mean we don't want to be immortal? I do. Right there. Smart person. And then this person says, no shit. No sensible person would want to die. It takes supernaturalism to justify death. See? These are some smart people. Look, people who have accepted death, a lot of times they are accepting death, like Gavin McCain's. Why is he accepting death? It's probably because he believes in God. It's probably because when he says we wouldn't want to be immortal, it's probably because he already thinks he is immortal. It's because he thinks he's going to heaven when he dies. This is the problem with religion. It gets people like Gavin McCain's to be perfectly okay with death, because he's expecting to go to the afterlife with God and Jesus and all this crap. This is the problem, people. This is why we need to stick to evidence and logic and reason. And the reason and evidence and logic points to that there is no God. So that's what we should be. That's what we should believe. There is no God. And let's try to, cure aging. We can cure aging with science and technology. Then we can live forever physically on this planet. That's the message. Understand? death sucks, and that is it. That's final, people. That's final. Anyways, I know Gavin McCain is a cool person, and I just had to make this video because, like, no, dude, sorry, you didn't prove God. Don't even say that, because that's insulting. That's insulting to someone like me and all the other atheists. When you say you've proven God, I've seen so many stupid Christians say they've proven God. That is an insult to our intelligence. Because to say you've proven God is to say we're not smart enough to understand your proof. Okay? No, we just see your proof, and it's not proof at all. So don't insult us by saying you've proven God when you haven't proven God. That's it. That's it. I'm done. Thank you. Living forever is possible, people.